Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You're listening to our Dungeons and Dragons game. I'm your host, the Dungeon Master, and in today's story, the prologue is set in 1976, America's bicentennial. Arthur is born. Aramis and Bob fly to Cornwall, England, where there have been Owlman sightings. They suspect that this Owlman may be the same thing as the Mothman that nearly killed them about 10 years earlier. They question the locals, but for the most part, this seems like a wild goose chase. Then we get into the plot. 1977. Aramis and Bob return from assignment, only to find Bureau 13 headquarters is on fire. Whoever did this is gone. Aramis and Bob hurry into the building and save as many of their fellow agents as they can, but not many survive the initial blast. The remaining agents seek medical attention and regroup. They discuss the situation and have no idea who's responsible. Bureau 13 just has too many enemies to count. Not really knowing where to go from here, the Bureau disbands. It's the end of an era. The surviving agents each go their own separate ways. Aramis bought up all the land in Eureka, Montana in the 1800s. So he literally owns the entire town. So he goes there and tries to figure out how he might bring back Bureau 13, although in some sort of altered form that would be harder for its enemies to strike at. The epilogue is also set in 1977. Bob retires. He buys a black Trans Am, which becomes his pride and joy. He has a place in the woods, far away from prying eyes. He sleeps all day and hunts all night. Having a vampire in the woods means the local kids start telling ghost stories about what could be killing these deer and stuff, draining their blood. While the kids tell their stories around campfires, most of the adults just steer clear of the woods. That's it for this one. In the DM's notes section here at the end, I'll just say this. This event, the Massacre of 77, is in the Bureau 13 book itself. Normally, when you play Bureau 13, it's supposed to be set in the 90s. And so all of this is backstory. And the idea is the Bureau has been drastically restructured where agents have way more freedom and it's less of a Men in Black thing. And it's more like you saw something amazing, you get a mysterious phone call that, we're going to put some money in your bank account, basically. And then if you want, say, a bulletproof car, you have to spend part of that money to buy a car. You have to have it bulletproofed yourself. And by making everything decentralized like that, that makes it very hard then for the enemies of the Bureau to do anything about it. And then in the 90s, Bureau agents are not wearing a suit, or you know what I mean? It's like it's just a whole different thing. It's more like, and what we implied in our game was that the money all comes from Aramis. And earlier we mentioned Pendragon Petroleum, the idea that they would be bankrolling certain things. So yeah, the idea would be then if we decided to revisit Bureau 13, the money is secretly coming from Aramis, and he's just hiring adventurers to, as long as they're dealing with things that go bump in the night, he, keeps them on the payroll. If they start doing stuff he doesn't like, he just, the money stops flowing. At any rate, you get the idea. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to just say something in the comments section. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of our Bureau 13 game. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about it. If so, be sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe, ring the bell, all that jazz, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.